Hello friends, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Still the fight against corona is there, and so please stay at home and be safe. So today we are going to touch the topic personal management. In the last video I told you that HRM and human resource management and personal management are the synonymous words, but no, here we will see a difference between the human resource management and the personal management. Now, personal management, in this video we will discuss about the functions. We will discuss about the functions, principles, policies, roles and trainings. Now, when we are going to the definition of personal management, it may be defined as a set of programs, functions and activities designed to maximize both personal and organizational goals. So let's go on the definition once again. It may be defined as what? A set of programs, functions, activities designed to maximize both personal and organizational goals. Okay, so these are what? These are the set of programs, functions and activities. And what was that? HRM, human resource management, it was the process where people and the organization meet to fulfill their objectives. So please, there is try to understand the difference between the definition of personal management and the human resource management. Now, when we go to the dimensions of the personal management, we have again three dimensions like the HRM. We have the same aspect, three dimensions, that is the personal aspect, welfare aspect and industrial relationship aspect. When we are going to the personal aspect, in personal aspect we see about the recruitment, about the selection, about the training, about the appraisal, compensation, productivity and all that. Now, when we are talking about the welfare aspect, we are talking about the working conditions, amenities, facilities, benefits, etc. And when we are talking about the industrial relation aspects, we are talking about the union management relations, then the dispute settlement, grievance handling, discipline, collective bargaining. So these are the different aspects where personal management is there. So basically this is the scope of the personal management, if we see. Now, when we are talking about the features, characteristics or nature, one and the same thing, features or characteristics or nature, then the first one is concerned with the employees both on individual and as a group. Okay, so it concerned with the employees, okay, on individual level as well as the group level. Then when we're talking second point is concerned with the development of the human resource. It concerned with the development of the human resource, and you know that human resource is what? It is the set of knowledge, skills and the people an organization have. Okay, so it concerned with the development of that human resource. Okay, C covers all level and categories of employee. It works on all level and categories. Levels means low level, middle level and higher, top level. Okay, and categories, all type of categories, where it belongs to the production management or marketing management, whatever, financial management, even the human HR, everything, all type of categories of employees are included in this. It covers all type of employees. Now, applies to the employees in all types of organization. It also applies in all types of organization, where it is a service organization, where it is a production organization, where it is a marketing organization, whatever. So it covers all level and categories of employees, applies to the employees in all types of organizations. Now, talking about the continuous process, it's a continuous process because it does not stop, it goes on. Personal management is a continuous process requiring constant reviewing, upgradation and integration. Okay, so please remember all these points. You can make your own points to remember all these. Okay, so applies to the employees and continuous process aims at attaining goals of an organization. Okay, it aims at attaining the goal of an organization. It's okay that personal management talks about the HR more, but through the development of the HR, it somewhere focus on the objective of the organization. Then responsibility of all line managers and functions of staff managers. Okay, so HR personal management has the responsibility of line managers as well as the staff manager. Okay, when we are talking about the line managers, it has to take the responsibility of a particular activity or process in an organization. When we are talking about the staff manager, then it comes as the suggesting the departments how to develop or how to motivate the workers. Okay, so that is what it has the responsibility. Then concerned mostly with managing human resource at work. Its main important work is to manage the human resource at work. Okay, then central subsystem. It is the central subsystem. In the last video I told you that HR is the central subsystem. The personal management is the central subsystem which has the integration, which has the collaboration, coordination with the all the other departments like production department, marketing department and financial department. Okay, then aims at securing unreserved cooperation, and it has to maintain the cooperation. So these are the characteristics or features or nature of the personal management. Now coming to the next. Okay, so let us see the difference between the personal management and the human resource management. Now on these points we will differentiate between the personal management and the human resource management. The first point is flexibility, the second point is scope, and the third point is approach. The fourth point is relationship with the line managers, and the fifth point is the strategy. Now talking about the flexibility, personal management is a rigid process because it concerned with the only with the contracts, rules and guides to management actions, whereas HRM is a flexible process because it concerned with designing work norms, payment plans, then labor management, relations, etc. So this is flexible process, whereas this is a rigid process. Scope, it has the narrow scope because we have seen in the characteristic. If you go back and if you see, one of the characteristic is personal management only deals with the labor workforce, only with this, whereas it has the broader because human resource management deals with many things along with the personal management and other actions. It deals with the training, it deals with the development, and then many other things are there. So it has a broader scope. Then talking about the approach, it has the pluralist approach. It has got the pluralist approach, personal management, and it has got the unitarist approach. Now what is pluralist approach? Pluralist approach is personal management see the conflicts and whatever problem is coming in the organization as a different entity from the organization. That's why it has a pluralist approach, and when it sees any conflict or any problem different from the organization, it tries to just cancel out, it tries to just vanish out that particular problem or that particular conflict so that the organizational goal cannot be hindered. But in HRM, when we see, it's a unitarist approach because it does not see any conflict. It just think that whatever will be the objective of a personal, it will be the objective of the organization as well. So when both are having the same objective, then they will work and there will be no conflict. So it has got the unitarist approach. So that is the difference between the personal management and human resource management on the basis of approach. It has pluralist approach, whereas it has the unitarist approach. Now talking about the relationship with the line managers, again I am saying it has the transactional relationship with the line manager. It only deals with personal management, only deals with the transactional changes like whom to put on a work, how what to give the salary, and then what are the problems related to line managers and the staff managers, that it has to cancel out, it has to work on it and then just try to minimize that. But HRM on the other hand has got the transformational. It has got the transformational relationship with line manager. It has the additional work of suggesting, motivating, development. So it has got the transformational relationship with the line managers. Talking about the strategy, personal management strategies are basically tactics. So it works on the routine works day to day. Okay, then record keeping and inward looking, whatever problem is getting inside the organization. It has to work on it and it has to minimize those conflicts, those problems. And but here in HRM, when we see the strategy, it has tendency and its thinking thought process is to take corporate plan as a central to all activities. So it has a proactive thinking, it has a proactive thought process, whereas it has a reactive thought process. So these are the basic differences between the personal management and the human resource management. Now let us come to the very interesting topic. Please concentrate here, try to understand each and every point whatever I am going to cover in this particular heading, that is the functions of HR managers, or you can say personal managers. Okay, so function of human resource management, you can also say function of human resource management or personal management. So we will see the functions of human resource management or personal management here. So basically all the functions have been divided into two parts. On one hand it has the managerial functions, and on the other hand it has the operative functions. So we will discuss one by one all the topics. So in managerial functions, you all must be knowing, it has got the planning, organizing, directing and controlling. Now talking about the planning, just let us revise the definition of that. I think you must be knowing the definition. So planning, the function deals with the determination of the future course of action to achieve desired result. Planning of personnel today prevents crisis tomorrow. So in planning, what is done, whatever you are going to plan, you have to think about the future also. So if you are going to plan in a proper way, you will prevent yourself against the future crisis. Okay, so that is called planning. Now organizing is basically, in organizing you have to do the work of delegation of authority. Now what is delegation of authority? To divide the work. Okay, how much power has to be given to each and every employee on all the levels, on the top level, middle level and the lower level. So these are the basic things in organizing. Topic: planning, organizing. Now organizing, then delegation of authority, then organizing in fact is considered to be the wool of the entire management fabric and hence cannot afford to be ignored. Okay, so organizing के बारे में ऐसा बोला गया कि ये उस मतलब धागे की तरह है जो जिससे कि पूरा कपड़ा तैयार होगा. Okay, so it is considered as the wool of the management fabric and hence cannot afford to be ignored. इसको हम लोग कभी भी नकार नहीं सकते. Okay, so let us see the third one, that is the directing. Now what is directing? Once you have planned, once you have organized, once you have delegated the authority, then it comes the directing. In directing, basically we see if the work is done in a proper way as it is planned and organized or not. Okay, so to guide, to motivate, that is what covered in the direction. So direction then consists of motivation and leadership basically. Okay, so and then after that controlling, whatever was the expected result. Okay, and how much we are what was our achievement, what is our achievement. So that is we have to see that gap, so that what was our expectation and at what level we have achieved, and to minimize this gap is called controlling. So controlling function of personal management comprises measuring the employee's performance, correcting negative deviations and industrial assuring an efficient accomplishment of plans. It makes individuals aware of their performance through review reports, records, personal audit, programs and many things. So this was all about the managerial function: planning, organizing, directing and controlling. ठीक है, उसके बाद हम आते हैं, then we will see the operative functions. Now in operating functions there are so many subheadings which we have to cover. So please concentrate, try to understand each and every point whatever we are going to discuss in the operative functions. So operative functions of personal management or human resource management. Now in operative functions we will see about the procurement, we will see about the development, we will see about the motivation and compensation, we will see about the maintenance, we will see about the integration, and also we will see about the emerging issues. Okay, so let us see, and in these headings there are many other points also, so we will see each and every point one by one. So let's go to the procurement. Procurement is basically deals with how to do the job analysis, how to do the HR planning, then the recruitment, selection, placement, induction, internal and external mobility. Now coming to the job analysis. Job analysis is the process of collecting information relating to the operations and responsibilities pertaining to a specific job. किसी भी जॉब से रिलेटेड सारे इंफॉर्मेशंस को इकट्ठा करना और कि क्या क्या इसमें रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज हैं, क्या क्या काम करने पड़ेंगे, वो सब जॉब एनालिसिस में आता है. दैट ऑल कवर्स अंडर द जॉब एनालिसिस. Coming to the next point, that is the human resource planning. It is a process of determining and assuring that the organization will have an adequate number of qualified persons available at the proper time at a proper place. So अगर एक छोटे से में देखा जाए सही संख्या में जो वर्कर्स है उनको लाना सही टाइम पे सही जगह पे, that is called the human resource planning. Then talking about the recruitment, we have already discussed this point, but let us revise this once again. It is the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for jobs in the organization. किसी पोस्ट के लिए, किसी जॉब के लिए उसके लायक एम्प्लॉयज ढूंढना वो रिक्रूटमेंट होता है, और उनको मोटिवेट करना कि वो वहां पे आके अप्लाई करें. दैट इज कॉल्ड, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज अ पॉजिटिव प्रोसेस. इसमें ये खुला होता है, इट इज हैविंग एन ओपन डोर, सो इट इज अ पॉजिटिव प्रोसेस. ये एक सकारात्मक पहल है. Then talking about the selection. Now when we are talking about the selection, it is the process of ascertaining qualification, experience, skill and knowledge of an applicant with a view to appraising his or her suitability to the job in question. Once the recruitment process has been done, then the selection starts. Here selection, we have to select the most appropriate, most adequate means applicant of all the applicants, okay, of all the aspirants we have to. So it's a negative process. आप एक तरीके से कह सकते हो, अगर हिंदी की एकदम अच्छे वर्ड में मतलब एकदम सही वर्ड बोलूं तो छटने, ठीक है, तो इट्स अ नेगेटिव प्रोसेस, एक नकारात्मक तरीका है जिसमें आप क्या करते हो, बहुत सारे हैं उनमें से सबसे बेस्ट को निकालते हो. सो दैट्स व्हाई सिलेक्शन इज अ नेगेटिव प्रोसेस. नाउ कमिंग टू द प्लेसमेंट. प्लेसमेंट इज द प्रोसेस दैट एंश्योर्स अ 360 degree fit, matching the employee's qualification, experience, skills and interest with the job on offer. It is the personal manager's responsibility to position the right candidate at the right level. किस व्यक्ति को किस जगह रखना है, ये काम प्लेसमेंट में देखा जाता है. That is seen in after the recruitment selection. It is seen in the placement. Once the placement has been done, then the induction is done. Now induction is just to meet the new employee, rehabilitate to the new surrounding, okay, to rehabilitate to the new surrounding, उसको नए वातावरण में, नए जगह से उसका पहचान कराना, रूबरू कराना, वो क्या कहलाता है, इंडक्शन कहलाता है. इंडक्शन, और उसके साथ एक वर्ड आप और कर सकते हो, ओरिएंटेशन. तो ओरिएंटेशन क्या होता है, ओरिएंटेशन इज अगेन to introduce to the practice, policies and people. He must be acquainted with the principles which define and drive the organization, its mission statement and values which form its backbone. So in big companies, they invest a lot of amount for the induction and orientation programs, so that whatever doubts, whatever queries and a new employee have, it has to be shot out at the time of placement only. So internal and orientation. Then comes to the internal and external mobility. Internal and external mobility. Here internal mobility deals with the transfers, promotions, okay, from one job to another job, or promotion from one level to another level. And also it deals with the external mobility, where the employee just resigned from the organization, or it gets the retirement from the organization, or even termination also. It is all seen in the external mobility. Now talking about the development. Now in development we will see training, executive development, career planning, succession planning, HR development, strategies, all that. Okay, तो इसमें हम ट्रेनिंग से रिलेटेड, एग्जीक्यूटिव डेवलपमेंट से रिलेटेड, करियर प्लानिंग से रिलेटेड, सक्सेशन प्लानिंग से रिलेटेड, HR डेवलपमेंट स्ट्रेटजी से रिलेटेड सीखेंगे और समझेंगे कि क्या होता है. ओके, अब ट्रेनिंग क्या होता है, मैंने बताया था, किसी भी स्किल को और अच्छा करना, दैट इज कॉल्ड द ट्रेनिंग, विच इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर job or particular position. So training is a continuous process by which employees learn skills, knowledge, abilities and attitudes to further organizational and personal goals. Okay, so then come to the executive development. Executive development is part from training. So in executive development, it is a systematic process of developing managerial skills and capabilities through appropriate programs. So once an employee is hired in a company, and if that company works on the development, it tries to utilize the optimum what you call potential of an employee. वो एक उसके वर्कर में पूरा कितना पोटेंशियल है, वो पूरा का पूरा वो उसका यूटिलाइज करना चाहता है, और वो किसके जरिए करता है, एग्जीक्यूटिव डेवलपमेंट का. हाँ, वो प्रमोशन भी देता है उसको, सैलरी उसका हाइक करता है, मेनी थिंग्स आर देयर. सो दैट इज द व्हाट ऑल कवर्ड अंडर द एग्जीक्यूटिव डेवलपमेंट. नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट द करियर प्लानिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट, इट इज द प्लानिंग of one's career and implementation of career plans by means of education, training, job search and acquisition of work experience. So career planning and development is also covered in the development function of the personal management or the human resource management. Now human resource development, HRD, human resource development strategy. Now this is a very important one, please note down. So human resource development aims at developing the total organization, पूरे organization को develop करने का काम human resource development strategy में देखा जाता है. It creates a climate that enables every employee to develop and use his capabilities in order to further both individual and organizational goals. इंडिविजुअल और ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल गोल दोनों को आगे ले जाने का काम ह्यूमन रिसोर्स डेवलपमेंट स्ट्रेटजी में देगा. कोई पीछे ना छूट जाए. ऐसा ना हो कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बढ़ा लेकिन उसके वर्कर्स का लाइफ स्टाइल और या लाइफ उसका जो एक था मतलब लेवल था वो हाई नहीं गया. That has to be taken care की ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ साथ वहां के एम्प्लॉयज भी बढ़ रहे हैं. So that is all covered under the development. Now coming to the next one, that is very interesting one, motivation and compensation, which is nowadays it has companies focus more on this so that it can motivate its employees more and more in this competitive environment, cutthroat competition. Okay, so in motivation and compensation we will discuss job design, we will discuss work scheduling, then motivation, job evaluation, performance and potential appraisal, compensation administration. This is all we will see in the motivation and compensation. Now motivation in job design, what is done in job design? Now in job design, organizing tasks and responsibility towards having a productive unit of work is called job design. Okay, to design the task, to organize the task, okay, and responsibilities, that is called the job design. The main purpose of job design is to integrate the needs of the employee to suit the requirement of an organization. Okay, whatever is the requirement of the organization and whatever the needs of the employee, it has to be matched. That is seen in the job design. Then coming to the next one, that is the work scheduling. Work scheduling, organization must realize the importance of scheduling work to motivate employees through job enrichment. अब इसमें क्या क्या देखा जाता है, आप देखते रहिए job enrichment और कितना बेहतर किसी के जॉब को बनाया जा सकता है ताकि वो मोनोटोनस ना हो, बोरिंग ना हो. ओके, एंड देन शॉर्टर वर्क, ठीक है, शॉर्टर वर्क वीक्स, जिसको बोला जाता है कि अब बातें चल रही हैं, ऐसा जब कोरोना टाइम में हुआ था कि ऐसा देखा गया. और क्या किया गया, इस पे रिसर्च हो रहा है कि आप अगर वीक डेज को, वर्किंग डेज को 5 या 6 डेज के बजाय 4 डेज कर दें तो इट विल बी मोर प्रोडक्टिव. ऐसा हुआ है और कई सारी कंट्रीज ने इसको अप्लाई किया है, तो देयर प्रोडक्टिविटी हैज बीन इंक्रीज्ड. सो नाउ द things are going on and work is going on that thing ki there should be shorter work weeks, then flexi time, and employee wants to work in which slot of time. Okay, from 4 a.m. to like 10 a.m. or 10 a.m. to then 6 p.m. then 6 p.m. to 12 or 2 p.m. whatever, 2 a.m. sorry. So whatever, so that is how the slots has been designed. So whoever is comfortable with whatever slot they will be assigned that slot. Okay, and homework assignment, employees need to be challenged at work and the job. So these all are seen in the work scheduling. Now let us come to the motivation. Now motivation, combining forces that allow people to behave in certain ways to an integral aspect of motivation is an integral aspect of motivation. मोटिवेशन का बस एक ही काम है कि किसी को किसी पर एक निर्धारित दिशा में भेजना, वही कहलाता है मोटिवेशन. तो एचआर मैनेजर का एक काम होता है कि वो उस दिशा में जिधर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बढ़े और एम्प्लॉय की नीड्स फुलफिल हो, उस दिशा में भेजना, उस डायरेक्शन में भेजना, यही मोटिवेशन कहलाता है. ओके, देन कमिंग टू द job evaluation. Job evaluation, it is the systematic process of determining the relative worth of jobs in order to establish which job should be paid more than others within the organization. In an organization, which job has to be given more salary, which job has to be given less salary. Okay, so these are the things which are seen in the job evaluation. Job evaluation helps to establish internal equality between various jobs. Okay, so that is the main purpose of the job evaluation. Then the performance appraisal. Now what we see, performance and potential appraisal. In performance appraisal, both the quantitative and the qualitative, okay, potential is same. Aspects of the job performance is same. Now in quantitative, if we see the salary increase and means salary increase or promotion or the transfer to higher to some good places, that is what is done in the quantitative performance appraisal. And in qualitative performance appraisal, if you see, it basically deals with like rewarding for some task or throwing a party like that, and promotion without increase in salary. These are the things which are saying. So it is a process that involves determining and communicating to an employee how he or she is performing, and ideally establishing a plan of improvement. That is what it is seen in the performance and potential appraisal. Now coming to the compensation administration. In compensation administration, it is the process of dividing how much an employee should be paid. The important goals of compensation administration are to design a low-cost pay plan that will attract, motivate, and retain competent employees, which is also perceived to be fair for the employees. Okay, कम से कम में कितने एक एम्प्लॉय को कितना दिया जाए कि वो आ जाए कंपनी में, काम भी करे और मोटिवेट भी रहे, और इतना भी कम नहीं देना कि उसका एक्सप्लॉयटेशन हो, उसका शोषण हो. ये भी देखना है, दोनों चीजें आपको देखनी है. तो दैट इज व्हाट इज बेसिकली सीन इन द कॉम्पनसेशन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. देन द इंसेंटिव्स एंड बेनिफिट्स. सो देयर आर वेरियस प्लेथोरा ऑफ other benefits and services which are seen. Okay, so basically it is just like the sweetening the pot. Okay, कुछ perks दे देना, या टूर पे भेज देना, ट्रिप पे भेज देना, या coupons provide कर देना, discount coupons or holiday coupons like that. So that is what it is seen in the incentives and the benefits. Now let us come to the maintenance. In maintenance, we will see health, safety, welfare, and social security. Now health and safety. So in health and safety, managers at all levels are expected to know and enforce safety and health standards. So इसमें health and safety standards को so that physical hazards, unhealthy conditions, and unsafe acts has to be avoided. So these are the things which are seen in the health and safety. Then employee welfare. In employee welfare, the things like housing, transportation, education of the children of the employees, and recreation facilities. These are the things which are seen in the employee welfare. Then social security measures. Social security measures like workmen's compensation to those workers or their independents who are involved in accident while working in the workplace. Then maternity benefits to women employees, sickness benefits and medical benefits, then disablement benefits or allowance, then dependent benefits, retirement benefits, PF like provident fund, and gratuity, pensions, and all these things are seen in the social security benefits. Okay, so now let us see about the integration functions which come under the operating functions of the personnel management or the human resource management. Now in integration, we will go through the grievances, disciplines, then teams and teamwork, collective bargaining, and participation, empowerment, trade unions, employees associations, and industrial relations. So let us see one by one. Now grievance, what is grievance? So a grievance is any factor involving wages, hours, or conditions of employment that is used as a complaint against the employer. Okay, so it is all the complaint against the employer related to the wages, related to the working hours, related to the facilities. These are the grievances. Now here, what is the role of the manager? Now here the role of the manager is to just recognize, diagnose, and correct the causes of potential employee dissatisfaction before it converts into a formal grievance. So informal grievance, to recognize it and minimize it or just prevent it from going. Okay, so that is the grievance redressal. Now coming to the discipline. What is discipline? Discipline is the force that prompts an individual or a group to observe the rules, regulations and procedures which are deemed necessary फॉर द अटेनमेंट ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्टिव. ओके, तो डिसिप्लिन क्या होता है? एक तरीके के रूल्स रेगुलेशंस होते हैं जो आपको मानने हैं, ताकि उसी नियम को, उन्हीं कानूनों को मान के, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बनाए हुए नियम और शर्तों को मान के आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के ऑब्जेक्टिव को अचीव करने में हेल्प कर सकें. तो दैट इज कॉल्ड डिसिप्लिन. नाउ टीम्स एंड टीम वर्क, सेल्फ मैनेज टीम्स आर इमर्ज एज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मल ग्रुप्स इन टूडेज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. आज के टाइम में, आज के इस कट थ्रू कंपटीशन के दौर में टीम बहुत ही मायने रखता है, टीम वर्क बहुत ही मायने रखता है. तो यहाँ पे जरूरी है कि आप कहीं ना कहीं लोगों को जोड़ के रखें. ठीक है, सो बाय इंक्रीजिंग वर्कर्स इंटरेक्शन दे क्रिएट camaraderie among team members. Camaraderie means feeling of trust and friendship among each other. They encourage individuals to sublimate their individual goals for those of the group. Now coming to the collective bargaining. कलेक्टिव बार्गेनिंग पे आते हैं. कलेक्टिव बार्गेनिंग क्या होता है? कलेक्टिव बार्गेनिंग इज द प्रोसेस ऑफ एग्रीइंग ऑन अ सेटिस्फैक्टरी लेबर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बिटवीन मैनेजमेंट एंड यूनियन. किसी भी मसले पे जब लेबर और मैनेजमेंट दोनों की यूनियन आके आमने सामने और मींस सेटिस्फाई हो जाते हैं किसी एक पॉइंट पे आके, दैट इज कॉल्ड द कलेक्टिव बार्गेनिंग. नाउ द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट contains agreements about conditions of employment such as wages, hours, promotions and discipline, layoff, benefits, vacations, rest pauses and the grievance procedures. So the process of bargaining generally take time as both parties tend to make proposals and counter proposals. Now employee participation and empowerment. अब participation, employee participation क्या है? Means sharing the decision making power. यानी आप जो भी फैसले ले रहे हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से रिलेटेड या कुछ भी, कोई भी नया काम शुरू करने से पहले, तो अगर आप उसमें कहीं अपने वर्कर्स को भी, उनके भी सजेशंस ले रहे हैं, उनके भी फीडबैक्स ले रहे हैं, तो दैट इज कॉल्ड द एम्प्लॉय पार्टिसिपेशन इन एन अप्रोप्रिएट मैनर. ओके, सो दैट इज कॉल्ड द एम्प्लॉय पार्टिसिपेशन. What happens with the employees that they are treated with the respect, they begin to view the job and the organization as their own. वो ऐसा अगर आप करेंगे तो उनको लगेगा, वर्कर्स को लगेगा कि ये कंपनी और यहाँ का ये जो मेरा काम है, ये मेरा खुद का काम है. ठीक है, तो उनको एक होता है ना कि सेल्फ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आएगी उनके अंदर में, and commit themselves to organizational objectives wholeheartedly. पूरे दिल से वो आपका काम करेंगे. So that is what employee participation and empowerment. Then the trade unions and the employee association. Trade union is an association either of employee or the employer और independent workers. आप देखो पता है, परमानेंट वर्कर, कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल वर्कर्स और साइड में एम्प्लॉयर, तो सबकी यूनियंस होते हैं. ठीक है, हमारे का तो इंडिया में बहुत सारे यूनियंस है. रेलवे का अपना यूनियन है, रेलवे वर्कर्स का, बैंक वर्कर्स का अपना यूनियन है. फिर से दोज हु आर द सपोर्टिव स्टाफ्स, उनका अपना यूनियन है. जो हमारे डॉक्टर है उनका अलग एसोसिएशन है. मतलब हर एक का अपना यूनियन, अपना एसोसिएशन होता है. इट इज अ रिलेटिवली परमानेंट बॉडी फॉर्म्ड बाय द वर्कर्स विद द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ काउंटरिंग एक्सप्लॉयटेशन एंड हरासमेंट. किसी तरीके का शोषण ना हो, किसी तरीके के मतलब किसी के साथ में कोई दुर्व्यवहार ना हो, उसको देखने के लिए ये यूनियंस बनाए जाते हैं. ठीक है, तो ये सारी चीजें आपकी कवर होती है ट्रेड यूनियंस और एम्प्लॉय एसोसिएशन में. ठीक है, तो दिस मेड बोथ द पार्टीज रियलाइज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ बार्गेनिंग फॉर देयर राइट्स इन द एटमॉस्फेयर ऑफ गिव एंड टेक. ठीक है, तो ये एक तरीके का एटमॉस्फेयर क्रिएट करता है ट्रेड यूनियन कि दोनों पार्टी, एम्प्लॉयर एंड एम्प्लॉय, दोनों पार्टी एक म्यूचुअल ट्रस्ट के तहत लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए चलती रहती है, जिससे दोनों का ऑब्जेक्टिव फुलफिल होता है. नाउ कमिंग टू द इंडस्ट्रियल रिलेशंस. Industrial relations, harmonious industrial relations between labor and management are essential to achieve industrial growth and higher productivity. Now there should be the good relationship between the workers union, then labor union, then the employers union, then one industry to another industry. So so that the objective of each and everyone is met. That is called the industrial relations. Now, hence both labor and management must appreciate the importance of openness, trust and collaboration in their day-to-day dealings. Now, let us discuss the emerging issues. अब हम emerging issues के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे, which is very very important, जो अभी इस टाइम में जब इतना ज्यादा कंपटीशन बढ़ गया है, नए नए टेक्नोलॉजीज आ रहे हैं, तो ये सारी चीजें बहुत मायने रखती हैं. नाउ लेट अस सी व्हाट दैट इज आल्सो कम अंडर द ऑपरेटिव फंक्शंस. तो इमर्जिंग इश्यूज में ये जो मुद्दे हैं अभी के तत्काल में, तो सबसे पहला है आपका पर्सनल रिकॉर्ड्स. सबसे पहला है पर्सनल रिकॉर्ड्स. ठीक है, क्यों? क्योंकि आज के टाइम में बहुत सारी चीजें नई आ रही हैं और ऐसे ऐसी इंसिडेंट्स हो जाते हैं, एक्सीडेंट ऐसे हो जाते हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं हर एक एम्प्लॉय का रिकॉर्ड रखना जरूरी है, उसका बैक हिस्ट्री और वो उसने कहाँ काम किया है. सो एवरीथिंग हैज टू बी मेंटेन. अभी कैसा काम कर रहा है, सारा कुछ. दैट इज, अगर आप देखेंगे तो कई सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हर एम्प्लॉय का सर्विस बुक मेंटेन करते हैं, जिसमें अगर उस एम्प्लॉय ने कुछ भी अच्छा किया है या किसी कमिटी से जुड़ा हुआ है या फिर whatever is there, everything is mentioned there. If he has committed any mistake, big mistake, that is also written there. So personal records such as the papers, files, cards, cassettes and films are maintained to have tangible record. Tangible matlab which can be shown, which can be present, okay, in a physical way. That is called the tangible record of what is actually happening in an organization and to formulate appropriate HR policies and programs. और ये कहीं ना कहीं HR आगे के लिए, भविष्य के लिए, फ्यूचर के लिए HR पॉलिसीज और प्रोग्राम्स बनाने में सहायक होते हैं, हेल्पफुल होते हैं. नाउ कमिंग टू द ह्यूमन रिसोर्स ऑडिट. सेकेंड इज ह्यूमन resource audit, HRA, human resource audit. Now in human resource audit, it refers to an examination and evaluation of policies, procedures and practices to determine the effectiveness of human resource management. Okay, so it is just it refers to the examination and evaluation of policies, procedures and practices. जितनी भी रूल रेगुलेशंस बनाए चल रहे हैं, एक्सक्यूट हो रहे हैं, उनको एग्जामिन करना, एनालिसिस करना, रिसर्च करना और उनके कंक्लूजन लिखना. ठीक है, दैट इज कॉल्ड कि सही से काम हो रहा है कि नहीं, दैट इज कॉल्ड द ह्यूमन रिसोर्स ऑडिट. नाउ कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट इज ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज रिसर्च. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन दिस डेज, ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज रिसर्च. ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज रिसर्च. अब ये ह्यूमन रिसोर्सेज रिसर्च इसलिए जरूरी है क्योंकि आप पीछे की गलतियों से सीखें, पीछे की कुछ भी स्टेप्स लिए जिससे आपको बेनिफिट हुआ है तो उसको और अच्छा एक्सक्यूट करें और आगे और उसमें इंप्रूवमेंट लाए. दैट इज कॉल्ड द ह्यूमन रिसोर्स. इट इज अ प्रोसेस ऑफ इवेल्युएटिंग द इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ ह्यूमन रिसोर्स पॉलिसीज एंड प्रैक्टिसेस एंड डेवलपिंग मोर एप्रोप्रिएट वंस. देन कमिंग टू द ह्यूमन रिसोर्स अकाउंटिंग. प्लीज नोट करिएगा, दिस इज ह्यूमन रिसोर्स ऑडिट and this is human resource research. Now the next one is HRA, that is human resource accounting. Okay, so please remember all these points. So now what is human resource accounting? Accounting is related to what? Finance returns, correct? So human resource accounting, it is the measurement of the cost and the value of human resource to the organization. Human resource management is said to be effective if its value and contribution in any organization is more than its cost. अगर आप किसी चीज पे पैसा खर्च कर रहे हो, चाहे ट्रेनिंग पे, चाहे डेवलपमेंट पे या रिक्रूटमेंट पे, सिलेक्शन पे, इंडक्शन पे, ओरिएंटेशन पे, तो जितना पैसा खर्च हुआ है उसके बदले में जो उससे स्किल डेवलप हुआ है और जो आपको एम्प्लॉय में के अंदर बेटरमेंट दिखा है, उससे कंपनी को कितना फायदा हुआ है एंड व्हाट वैल्यू यू हैव गॉट फ्रॉम इट, दैट इज कॉल्ड द ह्यूमन रिसोर्स अकाउंट. इट इज अ कंपैरेटिव स्टडी, कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस बिटवीन द कॉस्ट एंड वैल्यू रिलेटेड टू एचआर. ठीक है, cost or value related to HR is called the human resource accounting. Now coming to the next one, that is the HRIS. Very good one, HRIS. So human resource information system. ये है आपका. So human resource information system is an integrated system designed to improve the efficiency with which HR data is compiled. Okay, so everything about the HR whatever means about its educational background, about its family background, then about its experience, Everything is maintained, each and every worker, and it is kept. Okay, it is kept somewhere in a integrated system, designed in an integrated system. Okay, that is called the HRA. It makes HR records more useful to the management by serving as a source of information. The next one is stress and counseling. Where now in these days, very important, stress and counseling, because these days the people have become very much ambitious, the organizations have become very much ambitious, and the second thing is they have to strive in this competitive environment, in this cutthroat competition, so that they can exist. So this, somewhere this has to be managed in a proper what stress on individual level, on group level, on team level, and on organizational level, and the counseling also. So stress and counseling, stress is what, it's a psychological and physical reaction to certain लाइफ इवेंट्स और सिचुएशंस. ठीक है, स्ट्रेस क्या है? एक तरीके का साइकोलॉजिकल मनोवैज्ञानिक और एक तरीके का शारीरिक रिएक्शन है, मतलब आप प्रतिक्रिया देते हो किसी सिचुएशन को लेके, तो वो कहलाता है स्ट्रेस. अब वो स्ट्रेस कैसा है? किसी का बहुत, कोई उसको मतलब मैनेज कर लेता है, कोई नहीं कर पाता है, कोई बहुत ही ज्यादा हाइपर हो जाता है या रिएक्टिव हो जाता है उस सिचुएशन में. ओके, तो ये सारी चीजें कैसे मैनेज. ठीक है, सो एट एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल लेवल स्ट्रेस results to burnout, substance abuse in the form of alcohol or drug और ये सब. तो लोग क्या होते हैं, देखा होगा आपने, जो लोग बहुत ज़्यादा वर्कहोलिक होते हैं तो वो कहीं ना कहीं addicted होता है, they get addicted to something like alcohol or cigarettes or means smoking like that. Okay, so they get addicted, so that has to be managed. ठीक है, कि कोई भी चीज़ का एक क्या कहते हैं, it should not be increased, that has not to be, that addiction has not to be increased, that has to be managed. So that is called. And the second thing is counseling related to stress, or counseling related to means job, it's means or some responsibilities, some new responsibilities given. Okay, so counseling has to be done in a proper way, so that all comes under the emerging issues. Now coming to the next one, that is the seventh one, is international human resource management. ठीक है, international, because now the globalization has taken place, and due to the globalization now the whole world can be seen as a single market. Okay, so therefore international human resource management exists. Now in international human resource management, every business today and so firms must increasingly be managed with a clear global फोकस. एक ग्लोबल फोकस से को लेके दिमाग में लेके, और आपको सब कुछ स्ट्रेटजी, टैक्टिक्स और कॉर्पोरेट प्लान्स, ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल प्लान्स डिजाइन करने पड़ेंगे. दैट इज व्हाट कवर्ड अंडर द इंटरनेशनल ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट. So international human resource management places greater emphasis on a number of responsibilities and functions such as relocation. एक एम्प्लॉय को आप अपने किसी वेंडर से या अपने किसी क्लाइंट से मिलने के लिए, उसके वर्क को करने के लिए, फुलफिल करने के लिए आप उसको साइट पे भेजते हो, दैट इज कॉल्ड द रीलोकेशन. तो रीलोकेशन कैसे करना है, ट्रेनिंग कैसे देनी है, सो दैट यू कैन हेल्प द एम्प्लॉयज adopt to a new and different environment outside their own country. So that is what covered under the international human resource management. So this much in today's video. In next video we will see about the principles of human resource management, then personal policies, procedures and programs, and we will cover a lot of things more related to the personal management and human resource management. Hope you have understood all the points, and please like, share, subscribe, so that I get motivated and give you more and more videos on management, human resource management. Thank you so much.